Here, we will do problems in analogy. So question first, in each of the following questions, find out the alternative, which will replace the question mark. So we have to find first the relationship between two given things, and then we have to find for the question mark. So mountain is to hill as tree is to what? Well, mountain and hill are kind of the same thing, they belong to the same category, therefore tree and shrub will be your answer. So mountains and hill are similar things. Similarly, tree and shrub are of the same type. Second, dungeon to confinement. So asylum is to what? Well, dungeon is a place where prisoners are kept for confinement, whereas asylum, refuge take place for the asylum. Therefore, refuge is the answer. A prisoner is confined within the dungeon, and an unsheltered person takes refuge within the asylum. So that was your second part. In each of the following questions again, ornithologist is to bird, and archaeologist is to what? An ornithologist is a specialist of birds. Similarly, archaeologist is a specialist of archaeology. Therefore, archaeology is the answer. Venerate to worship. Well, these are synonyms or same meanings. Venerate is to worship, whereas extol is to praise enthusiastically. Therefore, glorify will come as the answer. That is, praise enthusiastically, and glorify is to make something seem much better or more important than it really is. Fifth, detective, informer. So reporter would be a detective is an act as informer to get the information, and reporter act as a source to get the information. Therefore, source is the answer. Genuine to authentic. So mirage is to what? Genuine and authentic are synonyms again. So mirage would be illusion. It was simple. The word in each pair are synonyms. Therefore, illusion is the answer. Paw, cat, and hoof is to what? Feet of cat are called paw. So hoof is related to horse. As cat has paw, similarly horse has hoof. Therefore, horse is the answer. Eighth, car, garage. Aeroplane, where cars are kept is called garage. Where airplanes are kept, a garage is a building or indoor area for parking or storing motor vehicles. A hangar is a closed building structure to hold aircraft, spacecraft, or military tank protective storage. Ninth, influenza virus. Typhoid is to what? The options are bacteria, bacillus, protozoa, parasite. Influenza is a disease caused by virus. Similarly, typhoid is a disease caused by bacteria. Forecast to future. So regret is to what? Predicting a future is forecasting. What we regret of? We regret about the past. So forecast is for future happenings, and regret is for past action. So past is the answer. 11th, melt is to liquid, freeze is to what? First is the process of formation of the second. So when something freezes, it turns to be solid. Therefore, solid is the answer. 12th, eye to myopia, teeth is to what? Well, it is clearly seen. Myopia is a disease in eyes. So what is the disease called in teeth? It is pyorrhea. Second is a disease of the first. So pyorrhea is the answer. Tractor is to trailer, horse is to what? It is again simple. Trailer is the thing that is carried by the tractor. So horse carries cart. Second is pulled by the first. So cart is the answer. Scribble is to write, stammer is to what? First is an improper from the second. When we don't write properly, it is scribbling. When we stammer, that means we are not speaking properly. Therefore, speak is the answer. Flower is to bud, plant is to what? Well, bud is the product of flower. plant produces seed. First develops from the second, therefore seed is the answer. Errata to the books. Flaws is to what? Here, errata comprises of errors in the books. So flaws, similarly, are defects in metals. Therefore, metals is the answer. Breeze is to cyclone. Drizzle is to what? Well, cyclone is the most vigorous form of breezing, whereas the most heavy form of raining is called downpour. Therefore, second is more intense than the first. Therefore, downpour is the answer. Race is to fatigue. Fast is to what? Well, fatigue is caused by race. So what is caused by fast? Obviously hunger. You feel hungry. So first cause is the second. Water is to convention. Space is to what? Well, looking through the options, conduction, transference, vacuum, radiation, it seems that some process of conveying heat. Well, when heat moves from one place to other in water or transfers, it is called convection, through convection, where in space it radiates. So second is the mode of transference of heat by the first. So radiation is the answer. Now the 20th part, dog is to bark, goat is to what? Second is the sound produced by the first. Goat bleats, so goat bleat. Nurture is to neglect, denigrate is to what? The word in each pair are antonyms. Nurture is opposite of neglect. Therefore, if you denigrate someone, you attempt to blacken their reputation. What is extol? To praise something or someone very much. Therefore, extol is the answer. Planet is to orbit, projectile is to what? Well, physics students would answer it very quickly. Planet rotation means orbiting, they are orbiting. So projectile is related to trajectory. So second is the path traced by the first. So trajectory is the answer. Rupee is to India, yen is to obviously Japan. Rupee is the currency of India, similarly yen is the currency of Japan. Illiteracy is to education. Flood is to what? Well, one removes the other. Education removes illiteracy. What removes flood? So dams, obviously. So second helps to get rid of the first. So dam helps to get rid of floods. So now the last question. Question 25. Appraiser is to building. Critic is to what? First comments on the second. And your option is, an appraiser is one who sets a value upon property, real or person. Whereas a critic is a person who judges the merits of literary or artistic works, especially one who does so professionally. So book is the answer. So that makes your set of 25 questions of analogy.